guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Candy and this is Sweet Creek Thrift. And today I have my June month-end sales report and what sold from June 17th until the end of the month. So what I'm going to do is share with you all of the Poshmark items first, then I'm going to go ahead and reload it with eBay and then share with you all my eBay sales. And then I'm going to give you my month-end total, how much I earned, and share with you how my progress is going as a part-time reseller. So I am going to minimize myself and share with you this first item. So this is a Steve Madden black purse with silver studs that I put on here. Silver studs, crossbody strap, new, and I did find this at Goodwill, at the Goodwill store. Actually just found this, I think it was June 1st. So I'll show, here's the little tag, and I'll just share with you the pictures first. So it had a couple of like the zipper in the middle, and then it had like two sides to that with the little snap closure. But it was really cute. I like the style. I think that it was very stylish and that somebody was going to like this like design. So I kind of knew that was a cute one. So this purse I purchased on June 1st, like I thought. And I did pay up. I paid $8.29. It was new with tags. And I posted it June 8th on Poshmark and eBay. And it sold on Poshmark June 17th. For $24. So it didn't take too long. It sold pretty quick, and that gave me a profit of $10.91. And then my next item is this Ann Cole red coral tankini, and I put twist front, ruched, strapless, size large, and I did find these stock images, which it's just really hard to see like, you know, from the photo what it would look like. So I decided to go ahead and add the stock image on this one in the beginning, which I don't usually do in the beginning. It had the little Ann Cole logo, the little metal logo on the back. And anyways, you get the picture. It had like a little like clear, almost like a rubber, like to hold. It's kind of like a little rubber grippy to kind of hold it along the top. And I put a note in here that it was missing a strap, no strap included, because you can see there's a spot for a strap, but there was just no strap. So this item I did get at the Goodwill bins in November, and my average cost of goods was $1.27 that day. I had posted it to Poshmark November 20th of last year, 23. And it sold on Poshmark on June 17th for $20, and this gave me a profit of $14.73. My next item is this Whataburger employee long sleeve gray t-shirt, and I put unisex, and this was probably one of the biggest mistakes that I've made picking up. But I live in Texas. Whataburger is a pretty big deal to Texans, and I thought somebody out there might want it, but it wasn't in the best condition either, so it's kind of like, I don't know. I realize that picture's blurry, but I think you get the idea. Anyways, so, and then I did make a note of like a couple like minor defects. Anyways, so I picked this shirt up also at the Goodwill bins, and this was from my December 27th trip, which my average cost of goods was $1 per item. I posted it January 30th to Poshmark and eBay, and I finally just sold it on Poshmark for $4. I went ahead and took like an offer, I guess. I think I was just sending out offers trying to get it. So anytime somebody liked it, I would send out an offer. And that gave me a whole profit of 5 cents, which is great. At least I wasn't negative. But yeah, I probably would have never picked that up again. And the next item was a pretty good offer, or good deal. So this was a Maeve Anthropologie everyday midi striped plus size dress with pockets, size 1X. And here's the label. And it was this really pretty like white and like a grayish blue striping. So it was really pretty for the summertime. It was sleeveless, or you could maybe call it cap sleeves the way that it's designed. and it just had that like baby doll, but also pretty long, so like maybe like below your knees, I would say, like midi length. And then it had pockets, and it also had these little buttons on the back. So it was just a really cute dress. I got this at the Goodwill down in Houston. I think it was Houston. On May 25th, and I paid $5.99, and I posted it on May 30th to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on Poshmark on June 20th for $48. And this one gave me my, I would say my biggest profit, maybe of the whole month. Maybe not, actually. But this was my biggest profit of $32.41. I'll look back and see what my biggest item was at the end of this video. The next one is a Nike University of Oregon Ducks soft gray sweatshirt hoodie, size extra large. And this one was my daughter's. It came out of my daughter's closet, and it was actually really soft and really nice. We're actually from Oregon, and so she had this from, I don't know, she brought it from Oregon, and she just didn't want it anymore, I guess. So it was a really nice sweatshirt, and so I paid $0 for it. I posted it to Poshmark in March of 23, so I mean it sat for a while, but I did take new photos, and then I reshared it on Poshmark, and I also shared it to eBay on May 13th of this year, so with the new photos, and I think that helped it sell. So it sold on June 23rd for $28, which gave me a profit of $22.40. And my next item is this Anna Petite tie-dye skirt. It's a pink purple maxi skirt with a wide waistband, and then I put stretch, size PS or petite small. And I've also had this one for a while, so I was really happy to see this one go, but you can see it's the ANA, and it actually says a new approach is what that stands for. So this one I got in the original donation. So I've had it for a while. I posted it way back to Poshmark in July of 2022. So it's been around for a while. I did take new photos. I steamed it. I took new photos, made sure everything was good on it. And then I did reshare it to Poshmark, but also on eBay on April 10th of this year. And it sold June 2nd on Poshmark. June 2nd? I think that was supposed to be June 22nd or 23rd. I must have put the wrong date, because this was definitely from later in the month. Actually, it'll probably say right here. Maybe. I don't know. It says on here somewhere. Where does it say it at? Oh, so funny. I don't usually look at it from this perspective as much. I could probably just hit back. Let's see. So it sold June 27th, I guess. Or that's the day that it was ordered. Oh, no, June 22nd. Yeah, it's right here. So it sold on, I was like, it's here somewhere. So let me just update that, actually. June 22nd, 24. Okay. So it sold on June 22nd for $12, and that gave me a profit of $9.05. Thank you for bearing with me on that one. It's funny when you find typos. And then the next item is this Figs Zamora Jogger Scrub Pants, women's extra small, technical spring green, hot neon pink is what I put. So it was like a nice stretchy waistband with this hot pink drawstrings, but contrasting with the spring green, the bright green. That was really cute. And then there's the Figs logo, and it's the technical collection. Obviously Figs is a popular brand for scrubs, and I did find these at the Goodwill on June 1st for $5.29. Posted it on June 19th to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on Poshmark June 25th for $26, and that gave me a profit of $15.51. My next item is a Torrid Hassi. I don't know how you say that. Hachi? I don't have no idea. Lounge sleep shorts. and I put sherbet colors, size 1. I really like these. I almost kept them for myself, but I was like, it's so cute. But at the same time, I'm just trying to make some money here so I could pay my bills. Anyways, so this was just really cute. Essentially, it was like practically brand new. I found these at the Goodwill down in Houston a while ago, and it did take a while. Obviously, it comes with like a shirt if you could find the shirt too. I really like the set. But anyways, I got this at Goodwill in November at the Goodwill, not the bins, but at the outlet. But I did go to the bins, and then on the same day I went to the regular retail store. And then I got this for $2.99 that day. And I posted it on November 22nd to Poshmark last year, and it sold June 26th for $10. I had it posted, I think, around 14, maybe 16 when I first posted it, and then I was trying to send out offers for like 14 and 12, but it just took forever. It's been so long, and with summer kind of halfway over, I just wanted to move them out, so I went ahead and got it off at $10, which gave me a profit of $4.06. The next item is actually it's a set of 4 items, you guys. This was a bundle of 4. The first one is this Vera Bradley Petal Paisley crossbody purse bag with a pink interior. Here, I'll show you that. Pink interior, an adjustable strap, and then there's a little Vera Bradley little label tag. And then it also has like her logo on the metal adjustable strap. Now this one was pretty worn. Like it still had a lot of life left in it, and the inside was really clean and nice. So it was definitely worth it. You could see that it had some wear like on the outside, and I did show that. I disclosed it. And then the lady that bought this did go ahead and bought this item, and then she also bought this Old Navy black faux leather purse tote bag with a soft inside and a pouch, and it's just like a classic, like almost like a book bag style. It just had the one size, and then I don't know if you can see, but there's like a little pouch right here. Maybe you could like slip something in there. And then on top of this one, she also bought this little mini Coach wristlet. It's like a little silver metallic shimmer wristlet purse. And there's the little wristlet. It came with this little logo, and then here's the Coach emblem. So I also found this one at Goodwill a while back. I got it, I don't even know when I got it, honestly. This was probably before 23, but I didn't have the receipt anymore because this was before I took this more seriously, so I just randomly bought it one time. So, but I knew I bought it at Goodwill. I think it was probably in 22. Anyway, so I didn't put a date on here, but I did pay $4.99 for it. Oh, wait. Yeah, because I posted it on November of 22, so I probably did buy it like right before that. And then I posted it in November of 22, and then it sold, of course, to her in this little collection. And then there's one more item, and then I'll share with you the totals. And that would be this little cute little wallet. Really, this is probably like a Walmart or something more basic. I'm not really sure, but I honestly don't know where I got it from. I think I got it for my daughter at one point, and then she didn't want it. She never actually used it, and then she didn't want it, so it just kind of sat around for a while. Eventually, she gave it to me and said, "You can just sell this if you want." So I went ahead and posted it. I put it under this I was doing this 3 for $15 bundle items in my, if I had this label right here, anything that was essentially maybe a lower price item, I was putting this. I'm trying to get all of these items out of my closet though, so I have been slowly eliminating all of those. But anyways, so that was the 4th item in this bundle. And so essentially, I did put these all together. Let me grab my calculator because I didn't actually do this before I started this video, but essentially altogether it was a $47 sale. And then let's see, let me add it up here. I forget how much. So it was, I just took the total amount and then I just did a flat divide, if that makes any sense. So I'll just go by, I guess go by one. For the Vera Bradley Paisley purse, I got it at the Goodwill bins in December, so I paid $1. And I had posted it in January of this year, and I posted it to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold in this bundle. So I just averaged my sales per item to $11.75. So that gave me a profit of $8.40 for that item. For the Old Navy, the black tote purse, I got that at Goodwill June 1st of this year, and I paid $4.29. So I did buy that one just recently, and I posted it on June 8th to Poshmark and eBay. And so average cost of, per item for sales was $11.75, which gave me a profit of $5.11 on that one. On the little Coach mini wristlet, I paid $4.99, and that gave me a profit of $4.41. And then on that little wallet, which this is the funny thing, is on that little wallet, even though essentially I don't even remember how, when, or where we bought it, or what it's really probably not value, because there's no brand or anything. It might have just been off Amazon. I don't even know. But that little wallet, we came out of our closet, so I had essentially paid $0, and making that one also $11.75 when I divided it up into fours. So that gave me a profit of $9.40, which looks like it's worth more than all the other items, but it's just the way that it worked out. And that's just how I'm going to do my counting, but it is kind of funny. So altogether, let me put this together here. I came up with 40. A profit of $27.32 for all 4 items together. And this lady gave me really, really sweet feedback. It was an interesting feedback, and if you're a viewer, I want to say thank you. You're really sweet. But she wrote, "This was a dream transaction. Everything as described. Everything arrived perfect. Thank goodness there was nothing breakable anyway. That's always my heart sinking when I have to open a package like that. Everything was described exactly as it is, or it was in fact, if this is such thing under described, it exceeded my expectations when I saw the item. No, that's impressive. I feel like I paid exactly fair prices. I will definitely keep an eye on this shop and hope that Candy can be a regular place I can come to and give my husband's money. She needs my husband's money more than he does. Goodness gracious, let's give it all to her." Thank you. I would love to take all your money, your husband's money. Y'all give her your money. I'll give her my money. Come on, it'll be fine. So there you go. You have it from her. It's great. You could just give me all your money. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. I love that. That was so cute. All right. The next item is this Valentine's red bubble sleeve smocked peplum crop top, women's size large. And this one, let me go over here. I got it at the Goodwill bins on December 27th, which means I paid $1. And I posted it February 2nd to Poshmark and eBay. And I remember putting Valentine's on that because I thought, oh, it will be great for Valentine's Day. And I had posted it right before Valentine's. But anyways, it didn't sell till June 28th on Poshmark. And it sold for $10. So that gave me $6.05 profit. And it was just this really cute, I don't know, it was a really cute, kind of like a crop top, and it had this little flowy bottom underneath with the, like the shirred, like along the chest line. It was really adorable. So I just thought it was super cute. But somebody had cut out the tag, so I really didn't know the brand for this item. I really hate it when that happens, and I just couldn't guarantee who made this item. But it was a cotton and viscose material, which is pretty nice material in my opinion. It was a really nice shirt, so it was a good deal. And then the next item, or the last item for the Poshmark sales, is this Lucky Brand Peep Toe Ankle Booties Zip Wedge Heel, size 9, and I put beige nude. And just super cute. It had these like stacked heel, wedge style heels. The funny thing with this one is the previous owner wrote their name inside, and I did actually disclose that, so I did make a note of it, but it's not like anybody's going to see it when you're wearing them. It's just kind of an odd thing to put your name in your shoes, but somebody did do that. So, and then, oh, here's a picture of like the zipper being down. So for this item, I did get this at the Goodwill bins also at the end of December, but this Goodwill bins charges makes you pay essentially for the shoes. And so for shoes, it's $3.99 for a pair of shoes. So I did pay $3.99. I posted it on January 4th to Poshmark and eBay, and then it sold June 30th for $17. And so that gave me a profit of $9.61. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and load up my eBay sales, and I'll be right back. So give me just a moment. All right, I am back and have my eBay sales loaded. So let's move right along. The next item is this really pretty Savannah Jane. I put colorful embroidered mixed media shirt, women's plus size 3X. And this one was new with tags and had just absolutely gorgeous, colorful embroidery right here on the front, and then the back had a really cute, it kind of had like little fluttery ruffly sleeves, short sleeves, but like just along that edge, and then almost like a gathered elastic back. So just super cute, really fun prints, definitely really cute for summertime. So this item I picked up in Dallas at a thrift store. I picked it up on May 4th of this year, and I did pay up. I paid $15. I knew it was new with tags, so I knew that Savannah Jane would be a good brand to pick up. And I posted it on May 7th to Poshmark and eBay, and I had a lot of people interested in this, and I had a lot of low offers. I did not accept it right away. I went ahead and waited to see if I could get more, and I'm pretty sure I got more than some of the offers, but eventually I did take a purchase price of $30, which I wish it would have been more. I was really hoping to get more like $40 or $45 for it, but that did bring my total, because I paid up for it. I paid $15, so that gave me a profit of $9.54, which wasn't really a big profit, but super cute shirt. I was able to make a little bit of profit off of it, and I'm sure the new owner is really enjoying that one. The next item is another interesting set. I actually got this box of like Hooked on Phonics. It was actually almost new, except that it's so old, if that makes sense, because obviously we don't sell cassette tapes anymore. But in the box itself, you can see is like all damaged. It's got like dirt on it. Somebody wrote donation on it. But that was the original box and all the inclusions that came in it. So I think I've mentioned this in the past on other videos, but essentially I got this because a local thrift store to me where I live in my actual little city, they essentially went out of business or whatever. And so they were just giving everything away. So like they were trying to sell off stuff, but then eventually they got to the point where they like had to get all the stuff out of this building. And so they were like, come and get it, come and get it, come and get it. Most of the items were gone by the time I even saw that. It was like, but they had a whole back room and it was just crammed full of books. And I'm pretty sure, because I said I'll come back. I'm like, I tried telling them you can like send all this to Amazon and stuff, because there was so many books, you guys, kids books, like, and just so much. There's more than I could possibly move on my own. I went back twice and I took 2 loads essentially from what I could get, and they were out of time. Like they had to just throw everything in the trash, which really was sad. Because there was so many books. It was just crazy. anyways, I saved what I could. I saved some random things, and I did grab this Hooked on Phonics set because it was like inside, it was essentially like almost new. So it had these books, and then there was this other book that I went ahead and I think I kept with that because it was like a learning to read book, but it was just this random book. So I also included that with the Hooked on Phonics set, and so that book had some writing in it. But the Hooked on Phonics sets essentially had, let's see, 5 workbooks. It had 8 cassette tapes, and then the flashcards. And these flashcards are like, almost all of them are still in the original little plastic wraps. So I don't even think this thing was ever used, which was interesting. Anyways, I'm going on and on and on about Hooked on Phonics, but so anyways, that's the story behind that. And then I did get it. So I actually paid $0 for it. I was able to get it from that donation. I posted it to eBay only, and I posted it on June 17th. I just decided I'm going to go ahead and pull this out and get it listed. And it literally sold a few hours later, and it sold for $40, and that gave me a profit of $31.76, which I honestly went through and looked at comps, and I think my box and my items, there was others listed for sale. And I don't know if it was just that bonus book that I had thrown in there or what, and why it made mine sell so fast. But there was other ones that were posted around that same price. I think a few lower and a few higher. I don't really know. And I'm not going to complain. I made the sale and it's out the door and the new owner has it. So I'm glad it's off. The next item is this Rip Curl beige crop top t-shirt, Hawaii short sleeve, size medium. So it has this like embroidered logo right here and on the front, and then I did make a note there was a couple like really light stains on it essentially. Oh, there you go, you can see it. And then it also had, why is it not going? Oh, I was clicking the wrong one. And then on the back it has this like cute little graphic print, which was super cute. And then they have like a little logo down here. Rip Curl is a pretty popular brand for like surfers, I guess, maybe skateboarders, that kind of thing. Like if you're thinking of like Hawaii and California, maybe Florida, but like it's more like I think a California thing. But I might be wrong. It might be Hawaiian, more Hawaiian maybe. So anyways, I did get this in the Goodwill bins in December. My average cost was $1, so I paid $1. And I posted it to Poshmark and eBay on April 11th. That's my daughter's birthday. And I sold it on eBay on June 17th for $12, and that gave me a profit of $8.33. So every little tiny extra thing, like I paid $1, I made a little bit. I paid $1. I've definitely made my money back from that, I think, from that Goodwill bins, but we'll see, because I'm still keeping track. And then once I get to actually fill up all of my sales for that, or at least 95% of them from that trip, then I will post like kind of like how much I paid on that, and then eventually I'll add those in like little tidbits of like I paid this and this is how much I actually earned, kind of a thing. But it takes time to sell all the items when you pick up like 200 items. So someday I'll have those results to share. The next item is this really cute, this is really bad pictures, but I did hang it up and took new pictures. I've had it for a while. I think this was from the donation, which I'll check. But it was this black lace trim tank top, sleeveless v-neck, women's size large. I don't know why, but my camera just does not want to pick up this black for some reason. And black is such a hard color. I even have my light on it and everything, just like I do all my other photos. It really did not want to take good pictures for some strange reason. But anyways, so that's what you get. I think it gave a good enough idea. The nice thing about this one, which I don't see my notes. Where are the notes? Oh, here it is. This was like a polyester rayon spandex mix, and it was a really nice like the material was actually a really nice material. It felt like a good high quality, even though there's no brand. So that's why I left it posted, because I've been pulling some stuff out of my inventory that I don't think is going to sell, or that's not like what I'm wanting in my inventory anymore. So yeah, I am being more picky, but I've had it forever. This was from the original donation. So again, I had it for $0, so it wasn't like I was losing money. And I posted it way back in 21, so this has been for sale for a really long time. So I posted it in September of 21 to Poshmark and December of 23 to eBay. And it sold on June 17th for $7. And then I made a profit of $5.02. So I'm just glad that one's out of my closet. And then the next item is this Miss Me Western t-shirt, short sleeve, blue lace embroidered neck, size small. So it had this like embroidery along the neckline, and there's the logo or the label. The sleeves were like a lace, kind of like a lace. It had a really cute style. The back is, so like the front of the material here, it's almost like a nice like knit, lightweight knit, almost sheer but not quite sheer. And then the back had a really like almost satiny, it was polyester I'm pretty sure, but like it felt like really slick, like that slick material. So it definitely was another one of those like mixed media shirts, but I just thought the style was really cute. I actually never paid for that either. That was from the original donation. So I had it posted from May of 22 on Poshmark, and then I posted it to eBay February 9th of this year, 24. So it sold on eBay on June 18th, and it sold for $15, which gave me a profit of $11.85. I mean, I just kept it because it was such a cute shirt. I knew somebody someday was going to want that, and I was right. Just took a long time. The next item is the limited long sleeve blouse, women's, greenish teal, like a bluish greenish teal. And I put sheer, career, button up. And this one I've had for a long time also, and it did have the roll tab sleeves and kind of like a little cute, like, I don't know what is this called, where it has like a little pleat right here on the back. It just had a really nice classic, lightweight, very summery type of like blouse for like career. And then there was, where is it? Oh, down here. There was like a really light white, I have no idea what it was, but there was like a material miscoloring going on right here. But it was so faded, like it was really hard to even tell it was there in the first place. But I happened to notice it when I was steaming it, so I went ahead and disclosed that also. But otherwise it was just really honestly not very noticeable at all. Because if you looked at the front, like, oh, this one, you really can't see it. It's like right here, but like you can't see it. So anyways, it was just interesting. But I did get this from the original donation, so paid $0 again. I had it posted since March of 23 on Poshmark, and this is back before I did steaming. And this shirt was so dang wrinkled, you guys, like super wrinkled. And so yeah, so the steamer has really been a blessing, and I did actually get a new steamer. I got one of those, like, I don't know if you can see it right here. It's like, well, here, I'll show you. I don't know if I showed you on the last one. Oh, I cannot get out of the way. There you go. It's like one of those little, like, floor ones, and it has the little pole. So I don't actually hang up my clothes on the pole that it gives you. I just hang my clothes up, like, on my like, little clothes rack. Can't see it. My clothing rack. Whoop, there you go. My little clothing rack right there. Anyways, I have my clothes rack with, I just like hang up all my clothes and then I steam it. But my little steamer that I bought last year, and it's like a little handheld one from Amazon, it was like $20 or so. It was worth it if you just want a really cheap steamer. But honestly, it got to a point where the water just was leaking out so fast that I could fill it up and maybe barely get like a minute, and then I'd have to fill it up and let it reheat up. It worked for a while, but it's definitely not like a lot of clothes. Like, it's great if you're only going to use it occasionally, but the amount that I steam clothes at this point it just wore it out so fast. So it got its use out. I got my money out of it, but it's definitely done and over with. And I had to invest in a better steamer, and this one so far has been pretty good. It did take me a couple of burns when I first started using the steamer on my hands. So it's just like getting used to like a different steaming method. But anyways, it took me a few of those. So I don't remember if I told you guys, but anyways, I paid $0 for this shirt. It got posted to eBay June 8th of 24, and it sold June 19th of 24 with the nice cleaned up pictures of it not being wrinkled. And so it sold for $12, and that gave me a profit of $9.19. And yes, I am having a hard time talking. I talk a lot for my work, and on top of it, I'm still struggling with, on one of my last videos when I was doing Goodwill hauls, I have been struggling with some kind of sickness. My throat's been like very sore, swollen. That's why I've been delaying putting out videos. Like, I'm just not feeling it all that great right now. I don't know what's going on, but I am so over it. I just want to get over it. Anyways, the next item is this Fashion Nova skull swimsuit. Women's extra large, high cut, one piece, padded, new. And it was new with tags. And I did find this at Goodwill. Like, look at how high cut this is. Really low back, and really high cut. And as you can see, there's like some pads here. So I did get this and you can see right here, I did show this. It was just, I disclosed this in the notes, but the little strips that they put on when it's new, I think it had essentially been, like, it got pulled off, and then it was like tacky from the sticky part of it. And so it had picked up some like dust and dirt and stuff from like just being moved around Goodwill, I'm sure. So anyways, I disclosed that. I figured, once somebody takes the tags off and they put it in a wash, it was going to be fine. I found it at Goodwill on June 1st, and I paid $2.65. And I posted it June 19th to Poshmark and Ebay. It sold on eBay on June 21st. So it just took, honestly, a couple days. I actually thought this was going to sit forever. I did not expect it to sell that fast, but I didn't even post it for that much. It sold for $10. And the only reason I didn't post it for much was because I had seen a previous sale comp for, I think, $4 or $6. It was really low. So I'm happy I got 10. And that was also for a new with tags. So I don't know. But it gave me a profit of $4.91. So I was totally willing to take it. I knew skulls would probably sell. It just didn't sell for much. Plus it's Fashion Nova. So it's not like it's like a super intense brand or anything. The next item is Nike t-shirt, men's Cardinals baseball, the Lou, white short sleeve shirt, size large. This is like one of the examples. Normally I would have a white blanket on the ground when I was doing my ground photos, and then if I had like a white item, I started using this like other blanket that I had already had with the stripes. I didn't really like using it, but it was really all I had, and I didn't want to invest in another blanket. So, I mean, it did its job, but yeah. I started hanging it up on all my items up now. So this one I hadn't gotten back to hanging. I've been working my way through the old items, but hadn't actually got to this one yet, but it sold. And so I was happy to see it go, but it had the Nike swoosh up here, and it's an actual like the Nike tee. It's a Nike branded item. So this one I got at the Goodwill bins in November. So my average cost of goods $1.27. Posted it on December 5th to Poshmark and Ebay, and it sold June 22nd. So it took a really long time. Happy to see it go. It sold for $8, and that gave me a profit of $4.53. So again, another like little tiny bit of sale from the Goodwill bins, even though it's not $30. Someday I'll get there. My next item is this Ichiban. I have no idea how you say this, you guys. Here's the tag. I want to, like, I kept trying to say that in my little shorts, and I was like going, maybe it's Ichiban. It sounds more Japanese when you say that, Ichi. So I think it might be Ichiban, and it says made in Japan, and it has the size 53 inch right here. And I did make a note, no belt, because it's like a kimono, and usually they come with belts, I think, but this one does not have one. But it does have like the really cool, like, the sleeves. Oh, here you go. The sleeves that like draped down and everything. So it was really cute. And I actually found this at the Goodwill bins. So I got this back in November. So again, $1.27 average cost of goods per item. And I posted it on January 2nd to Poshmark and Ebay. And it sold on June 23rd for $28. So I had posted it higher. I've been slowly like offering less to different people that were like liking my item. Eventually I got it to sell. So it sold for $28, and that gave me a profit of $21.51. And then the next item is this Journey Band t-shirt, white, graphic, burnout, size small. And so there you go. There's a little like graphic on the front. Here's the label that's printed on the shirt itself. And then it had this like knot in it already, so I left it. I think that might have been the original design, the way it was designed. But you can kind of tell it's got like that burnout kind of material going on. So I did get this one at the Goodwill bins in December. And so my average cost of goods that day was $1 per item, and I posted it March 12th to Poshmark and Ebay, and it sold June 25th on Ebay for $10, and that gave me a profit of $6.05. And I did recently see something about, I think Journey's on tour, maybe, so maybe that's why it sold, but I was happy to see it go. And the next item is this Wonder Nation tankini tank top for girls, size extra, extra large or 18. And super really vibrant, like rainbow colorful print, floral print. And then the back had this like racer back style, which I don't even think I put on here, but it had a racer back, and then it had like this like braided look. Super cute, but I just had the tankini top. And so this one I did also get at the Goodwill bins in December, so my average cost was $1, and I posted it on February 22nd to Poshmark, Ebay, and I posted on Kitizen, and then it sold on Ebay June 25th, and I sold it for $8, so that gave me a profit of $4.98. And the next item is this Disney Pixar Cars Lightning McQueen, and I put piston cup lampshade, and it was a 9-inch. And here's some photos, and it was definitely used, and it did have some minor overall wear, and like I put like some pictures here showing, you know, just the inside had a couple of like minor blemish. Like, why won't it go? Okay, so there's that one, the 9-inch. I don't know. I guess I took a picture, but you can't really tell. I could see it on this part, but I can't see it when I click on it. Weird. It's like right here, maybe. Yeah, there's some like little specks. Anyways, you can tell that it was like used, but it's super cute, has a lot of life left, and for that like, you know, garage cars kind of thing, I think the whole vibe of it looking like this would be really cool too. Anyways, I saw this at Goodwill in just recently, June 1st, and I paid $2.29 for it, and I posted it to eBay on June 17th, and it sold on June 27th on eBay. And it sold for $23, so that gave me a profit of $13.96. It was a little different trying to figure out how to package, because I've done mostly clothes, but I have been venturing into some hard goods, as you can see. I do have some like books and puzzles and things like that, but I do have hard goods posted. I don't seem to sell them all that often, so I haven't really been packaging a lot of them yet. So it has made it interesting. I'll put it that way. It's made it interesting learning how to package other items. So, but it's fun. I don't know if I'll always do hard goods, but for now I am kind of like just testing the waters. I may decide later that I'm not going to do hard goods at all, or I might just do certain items. But for now, I'm testing the waters. If it's an item that I'm drawn to and I'm interested in, that I might be interested in picking it up. I'm not just going to go and like start going through like massively all the hard good items. I did on my last Goodwill trip, which is the videos I just put out recently. I did get some hard good items, a lot like toys and some other stuff. But yeah, I just don't know that in the long run of things, it's where my heart is. So I think I'm just testing it for now. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And the next item is this really cute dress. It's by White Birch. It's this red and black tie-dye maxi dress. And I put women's large flowy. And then I put the word edgy because I just think it would definitely be more like really cool like rocker vibes, you know, for like heavy metal, hard rock, kind of like concert or festival vibes going on here. Pretty cool. I thought somebody might really like this red color, and I was right. So I did get this at Goodwill also on June 1st on that same trip, and I paid $5.03 for it, but I just knew it was going to sell. And I posted it on June 21st. It sold on June 27th. And it sold for $18. And so it gave me a profit of $9.17. So not the best brand. It was more of a style and the color that did it for me on that one. If it was like a gray tie-dye, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. But that red tie-dye was really just bussin'. So it was pretty cool. The next item is this Rachel Zoe, and it was a new with tags, ribbed Pima cotton soft t-shirt, women's size, extra large, purple. So it was a really pretty soft, light purple color, and really soft material. It had a nice feel to it. And there you go, the Pima cotton, the modal spandex mix. So it was like stretchy, really soft, really nice material. Anyways, I found that at Goodwill March 20th, and I paid $5.99, and I posted it on April 29th. It's funny how I get it, and then it takes me like a month to post it, but I posted it April 29th, and it sold on June 28th on eBay for $20. This gives me a profit, or gave me a profit of $10.21. And let's see, I'm getting tired. I'm almost here. We have got two more items. The next item is this Hollister patchwork jeans, women's 5 regular high-rise vintage flare. And then I also put 27 by 32, and then I added the words Y2K. I don't know if Y2K was proper for this, but whatever. I know it's more modern, but it's also kind of gives off that like Y2K vibe in my opinion. And so yeah, there's the pictures, really cute. This actually came out of my daughter's closet, so I paid $0 for it. And she just gave it to me. She keeps buying stuff, and then I don't know, I keep getting her random stuff. I've also got a bunch of like her dresses from like events that she's gone to, and I haven't posted them yet, but yeah, I'll probably get to that as school's starting soon, and I know there'll be like homecoming and stuff coming up, so I guess we'll see. So I posted this on June 13th to Poshmark and Ebay, and it sold on June 29th for $29. And that gave me a profit of $23.45. And that leaves us to the last item, which is this Reebok athletic running shorts. And I put black, white, women's size small. And it was really nice. It had like a pretty wide waistband. It had this like white trimming that kind of went over the back also. I don't know, it was just very unique. There's some like little silver dots. And then underneath had the like built-in, I call it underwear, but the built-in shorts lining. And then there's the tag. So this item was from the original donation. I paid $0. Posted it in March of 23 to Poshmark. Took new photos and posted it on eBay on May 20th. But again, I also shared it back to Poshmark also. And then it sold on eBay on June 29th for $8, which gave me a profit of $5.70. I think my chair shrunk because I'm lower than I was when I started the video. Haven't really noticed. It goes so slow that I don't even really notice it until I realize that my desk is like way up here. Okay, so we are at the end of all the sales, and yeah, you could tell I'm tired. I haven't really done my makeup and my throat hurts. It's been a day. They're trying to get me to come back to work too, to work some more, and I'm like, honestly, I don't think I'm going to, because I'm not feeling good at all. I think I'm gonna go take some medicine and just stop talking for a while. But I've been meaning to film this. It's July 10th, so it's taken me 10 days to film my end of June sales report. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm gonna get it out for you guys. So this gave me a total amount of all these items that I paid was $94.88 for this month of June sales. My gross total sales was $1,008, and then there was buyer's tax, the sales and sales fees, like the platform fees, for instance, the total shipping fees, which is what eBay charges, and then Poshmark doesn't show up so as like on our side, so I don't put it in here. I just put the eBay's. And then the total net profit after fees, this does not include taxes that I'll need to start subtracting. I know I haven't done that yet this year. I'm probably gonna have to start doing that. So the total net after fees is $556.97. That was my profit for the month of June, which is actually really good because I haven't, like last month I made $416. April I made $427. I made $518 in March. February was $420. And January was $310, and then it went down to $292 because there was a refund of one item. So I think I've done pretty good for the month. I mean, I made more than I have made so far any other month. My goal is still to get hopefully to $1,000 per month by the end of this year. I would really like to be at $2,000 a month. I know that means that I really have to sell like $3,000 a month to accommodate for like everything else. And I will get there eventually, but I do know that my goals, I know where my goals are, and I've kind of posted that on, or like told you guys that on other videos, so I'm not going to go through them all again, but I will get there. And I am going to keep plugging away at it, and I will keep sharing. So if you're interested in this, follow along, hit the subscribe button, because I do post my hauls when I get them, and what's going to basically be posted for sale. And then I am also posting my sales. I do all my sales kind of like, almost like not the day I sell them. I usually post my shorts like, you know, even up to a week or two later, but I do post like my sales individually as shorts. So if you're interested in like YouTube shorts, or you can go over to my Instagram, it's just Sweet Creek Thrift on Instagram, and follow me there. And I'm also posting the Instagram reels with my sales, so you can kind of just see them as they come in throughout the month. individually. And then I'm just going to do these reports for you guys. So this, I was going to say what my like biggest sale this month was, and I was right. There was one that was bigger than the Maeve. This was from the last video that I did, my June 1st to June 16th report. And that was from the Free People dress that I sold. I'll show you. Let me go to my eBay sales. Don't you love the news? So much fun. Let's see if we can find it. It might not be on this one. Oh no, it's not here. Oh, 25. Will it show? Is it gonna show it? It's been over 30 days. Does this only show you 30 days at a time? I think so. Well, let's see here. How do I find it? 31 days. Okay, so let's do last month. Generate. I'm like, I know there's a way to find it. I did share it on my last one, but if you didn't get to see that, I'm just going to show it to you now so you can kind of see what it was. Okay, oh, there it is. So this item was my biggest sale of the month. And if you missed my last video, essentially, I did find this dress new with tags. I found it at Goodwill in May for $7.99, and I had shared it May 30th, Poshmark and Ebay. It sold very quick. It sold on eBay on June 4th, and it sold for $75. So that gave me a profit of $54.53. So this was my highest sale of the month, and there's my dress, the one that I sold. And then, you know, this is what it looked like if you were to put it on. So it was a really good sale, and I was really happy to find that. So there you go. If you find that dress, be on the lookout. And that is it for this month, you guys. So I am going to sign off. I'm going to go take a break. I'm going to drink something, take some medicine, and just literally stop talking because I think my voice needs a break. And this weekend, my daughter has orientation at her college, at her university, so I am heading out on Saturday to go up with her and do that. So I'll get to stay at a hotel for a few days, so that'll be fun. I might do a little thrift shopping up there when I have some downtime, when she's going to be staying at the college overnight, so in the dorms. So that's going to be fun. So I might have a little time to myself, and I might just hit up the Goodwill up there and see if I can find anything interesting. Anyways, I will let y'all go. I will see you on the next one. Be on the lookout for my next video, which will be some more clothing hauls from Goodwill, because I did a Goodwill bins trip, and I am getting ready to film those, although I might wait until my throat's feeling a little bit better. So it might be another week or two. So if you haven't seen my last videos, go watch them. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!